on TMZ.
Lots of celebs want to be in Taylor Swift's luxury suite on Sunday. We know one person who will not be there. Blake Lively.
Taylor and Blake Lively's friendship is fractured. Taylor Swift was brought into the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively drama. Taylor feels like she's been used.
Taylor has a right to be upset, but this shouldn't end a friendship this deep.
I disagree.
Wow.
It's a total betrayal.
So Kanye played all the hits last night, went on one of his patented antisemitic rants. He loves Hitler, he's a Nazi, but he made sure to say, this is how I really feel and have always felt.
Take him at his word. He is telling people, this is what I believe. I just hate Jews.
Also, weren't all his tweets in like caps?
If you did lowercase, does it make you less anti-Semitic?
72-year-old Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend hit the red carpet at the NFL honors. They're my favorite couple.
Mine too.
If you're Jordan, you already know that everyone's looking at you guys because of the age difference.
And maybe she's saying, so what? Maybe she loves him. They're gonna get married, guys.
He is not getting down on one knee.
He can get down on one knee, he's just not getting up.
Lance Bass says there won't be an NSYNC biopic coming.
I'm not old enough yet.
Lance should push for the biopic because you have to end the movie with their reunion tour.
It has been quite a long time since we first started talking about reunion, and it like still hasn't happened.
At a point, do you just get bored with it?
No, I don't think so.
Honestly?
Harvey, you remember being a fan. You were in a stairwell waiting for all the Supremes.
No, that was a closet.
TMZ Pop Quiz! What costs millions of dollars, has tons of celebs, and won't have Blake Lively in it? Taylor Swift's Super Bowl suite! Cause Blake's off the list!
Taylor Swift and Blake Lively's friendship is totally fractured, and it is affecting Blake hanging out with Taylor at cool fancy events. So Taylor Swift was brought into the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively drama when it was revealed in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit that Blake was talking about Taylor, saying that she was one of her dragons.
Right, after Blake allegedly invited Taylor to her penthouse to intimidate Justin during some script rewrites.
The idea is that if Justin Baldoni sees Taylor Swift walk in, it's like, oh, she's got some powerful people on her side. And Blake, according to our Taylor sources, engineered it.
So we're told that this really ticked off Taylor, and she hasn't seen Blake within the past couple weeks, and they're not on good terms.
But it's not just about dragons, because Blake's also...
She's name-dropping her.
Name-dropping her like at restaurants?
Like when she can't get into Olive Garden using Ryan's name, she pulls out the Swift card.
No, name-dropping her around Hollywood.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense, yeah.
It's interesting because Blake says, we had a cry over it. I apologize for calling her one of my dragons. We hugged it out. So Blake's making it kind of seem kumbaya, not on Taylor's side.
Taylor has a right to be upset, but this shouldn't end a friendship this deep.
I disagree. It's a total betrayal.
Wow.
Dragons, they ruin everything. Sorry you have to watch the Super Bowl at home like the rest of us, Blake.
Okay.
So I think you have tough skin.
All right, let's do it.
Jason Kelce is ready to laugh about his F-slur incident from last year.
Wait a minute, that's the homophobic F-slur.
Yeah. Jason Kelce was a guest on Barstool Sports' Pardon My Take, and at one point a Barstool employee came in, and one of the things that she likes to do is to roast guests.
Someone got in your face to call your brother the F-slur.
Yeah.
That used to happen to me too in high school. But my brother was on the robotics team, so it checked out.
That was so bad.
I don't really have a problem with it.
No, he was laughing politely for a comedian who wasn't telling a funny joke.
I'm sorry, I gotta save my outrage.
Harvey, he is a little casual, and you always say homophobia is not taken as seriously as racism. He could have said, hey, hang on a minute.
I'm
Stop
sorry.
right there.
Oh, Derek!
Do you want some false outrage from me? Hey, what do you want? I don't have it.
Well, you use it all up.
I know, he used it all up yesterday on us.
Oh, yikes.
He's like, I didn't use all of it. I still have plenty.
He wheels in an extra tank.
Anakin, fill me up with rage.
Okay. You're still fat, though.
Okay, some good news for Diddy. One celebrity firmly in his corner is Kanye West, who has proudly proclaimed Free Puff. then went on to proudly proclaim I'm a Nazi and once again praise Hitler. So yeah, there's a club you want to be in.
Kanye played all the hits last night, went on one of his patented anti-Semitic rants.
Well, it started with Kanye saying Diddy's his idol, his hero, and criticizing other celebrities for not speaking out on Diddy's behalf.
Diddy apparently responded by saying thank you.
Very quickly, before he knew where the rant was going.
And the same breath as Hitler.
Yeah, so many tweets to choose from. Let's see. Oh, he says Hitler was so fresh. Call me Adolf Hitler. Any Jewish person that does business with me needs to know I don't like or trust any Jewish person.
He made sure to say I'm completely sober, there's no Hennessy in my system.
Which must have been a relief to their shareholders.
This one, if there was any doubt, he's anti-Semitic. He wants to kill Jews. Take him at his word.
I think he just does things for shock value.
Is it just shock value, or does he really want to kill the Jews?
Whether it's for shock or whether he believes it, it's just bad.
What does Bianca Censori do now?
Quick, distract everyone by taking off more clothes. Which would be a challenge at this point.
Also, weren't all his tweets in like caps? Like, who tweets in caps?
If you did lowercase, does it make you less anti-Semitic?
When are we going to stop talking about him?
Well, now's a good time as any.
Kesha is having some champagne problems in New York. She was performing at the YSL Beauty Candy Club in Soho, and she was in the middle of a song. She pulled out a bottle of champagne, she shakes it up, sprays it all over her dancers, and then, you know, just casually tosses it to the side and smacks a photographer right in the lens. Like literally right in this photographer's lens. To be fair to Kesha and the photographer, both of them seemed to take it well. She apologized immediately when she did it on stage. He was totally okay with it.
Something tells me a letter from his lawyer is forthcoming.
Yeah. We'll see how much damage it did to the camera, but yeah.
Honestly, Kesha, top 2 concerts I've ever been to in my life.
She's awesome in person.
Top 2? Then who's number 1?
You can't beat mine.
What?
Hendrix and Joplin at the bowl.
That's pretty good.
Nobody can beat that.
Can't beat it.
Were you the only one not on drugs there?
Yeah, it never even occurred to me what other people were doing.
Harvey's like, what is that smell?
Until you went to security and said, those men are all on drugs.
Security said, so are we?
I remember back when the Chiefs was bad. Bill Belichick's girlfriend wasn't even born yet.
Oh, you love it. Well, he sure does. Because Bill Belichick's face after Snoop's joke at the NFL Honor says, I'm staying up past 10 tonight. Or it says I mixed up my stool softener and my Viagra. Either way,
they're into each other. You can tell they're really into each other.
yes, 72-year-old Bill Belichick and 24-year-old Jordan Hudson are going strong nearly 4 years into their May Methuselah relationship. And why?
He is a smoke show.
Well, yes, but also because they're in on the joke.
They know the joke. Yeah. They know people are saying it. Yeah. If they were uncomfortable with it, they couldn't be together.
They look like a nice couple.
The best part is that he's known as this grumpy guy, and she just brings out this whole other side of him.
Well, no one's grumpy when they're getting some tail.
She's beautiful.
She looks so hot.
Bill was a year from his 50th birthday when she was born.
Good for Bill.
I mean, so what?
Who cares? Good for both of them.
Wasn't there a whole thing where the girlfriend appears to be wearing an engagement ring?
Oh.
No one bothered to look at her finger.
Oh, right. Well, Jordan says that ring's from a cheer championship. Of course it is. But no word on the pink rock hiding behind it.
They're gonna get married, guys.
He can get down on one knee, he's just not getting up.
We're just jealous. So, enjoy your lifetime of wedded bliss. Well, his lifetime anyway.
Lance Bass says there won't be an NSYNC biopic coming, at least not anytime soon.
That's so negative.
I caught up with Lance out in West Hollywood and I asked him.
There was an NSYNC biopic in the works. What's going on with that?
News to me.
Wait, you don't know anything about it?
If there's a biopic, I'd be producing it. Come on.
Okay. So would you like to do one?
I mean, it's got to happen at some point, right? But I don't know if it's right now.
Okay.
I'm not old enough yet.
That's not true.
They're not too young for a biopic. They've been long over.
Lance should push for the biopic because you always have to have like the framing device in these because you don't want to end on a sad note. You have to end the movie with their reunion tour.
Yes.
That's the only way to do it. So Lance will be like, we'll do a biopic if Justin will agree to the reunion.
It has been quite a long time since we first started talking about reunion, like rumors, and it like still hasn't happened, and we're like losing hope.
Honestly,
if the other original Supremes were still alive and Diana Ross announced they were doing a reunion tour after 50 years, you wouldn't be excited?
But I'm not like I mean, she's like, she lives for Spice Girls and NSYNC.
Harvey, you were in a stairwell waiting for all the Supremes.
No, that was a closet.
We're talking something different.
I'm not old enough yet.
Coming up.
Martha Stewart's little Frenchie got its eye removed. But it's a happy-ish story. Martha had to rush her to the vet. They had to remove the eye. She goes through about how this vet in Connecticut did a great job. They've taken the stitches out.
Bitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Plus,
Timothée Chalamet interviewed Kendrick Lamar. It was two exceptionally smart people having a conversation about their craft, which is fascinating. It's like McCartney and James Dean talking.
Which McCarthy?
Paul McCartney.
Oh, McCartney.
Not Joseph McCarthy.
McCarthy, yes.
Coming up.
We got Terrell Rosado and Ashley Wheeler out in the new Netflix show Wags to Riches.
Do girls like being called wag?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Be right back.
And now Martha Stewart's French Bulldog learns how to wink. Aww, who's the cutest little one-eyed Frenchie? You are. Yes, you are.
Martha Stewart's little Frenchie got its eye removed.
Aww.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, happy-ish story. Martha's Frenchie creme brulee, she had an ulcerated eye infection. Had to rush her to the vet, they had to remove the eye.
And then creme brulee got an artificial eye.
You know you're rich when you can get your dog an artificial eye.
An artificial eye?
But it's sewn over, you won't see it.
Bitches get stitches.
Yeah. What do you think it costs to have this artificial eye inserted?
Thousands.
Honestly, probably not that much, because it's not like a glass eye for the dog to look.
And don't worry, because if creme brulee ever needs a vanity eye, those are very affordable. See? You can't even tell this dog is missing an eye. Anyway, we're glad Martha's dog is okay now.
It's very common with these kind of dogs because they don't have like the tear ducts, like same with Persian cats. So because they get so gunky right here, they're really prone to infections like corneal scarring.
Wow, good to know. Anyone want to follow that up with some very dumb animal questions?
In Iran, is a Persian cat just a cat?
No.
Yeah. So is a French bulldog just a bulldog in France?
Right, Harvey, in France, a French bulldog's just a bulldog. And they just eat fries.
Do they?
TMZ, we probably shouldn't pet sit for you. One eye goodbye, everybody!
Kelsea Ballerini has postponed a few of her concert dates, so she has come down with some type of sickness, and she was at her concert last night in Buffalo, and she performed 5 songs and then ended up having to cancel it.
Buffalo, I am so sorry that I could not finish the show tonight. I'm sicker than I'm trying to be.
My question is, would you guys rather go to a concert, they perform 5 songs and then leave, or would you rather find out the day before that it's getting canceled?
It depends on the 5 songs.
That's a valid point.
Like if Bruce Springsteen did it, and he said, I'm really sick, I'll get through as much as I can, I'm gonna start with Born to Run.
And actually, a lot of bands, there's only like 5 songs you like anyway, so if you could just hear those and be done.
What kind of sickness?
Flu. She said, somebody said like, what's wrong with Kelsey? Maybe she's pregnant. She goes, or it's the flu.
Did she say stomach flu or like cold flu?
You're wondering if she had the
If she ends the show by saying, I pooped my pants, bye everybody.
I gotta go crap my brains out, yeah.
I just got through the first few songs and I couldn't do it.
Like, it's this crazy Super Bowl halftime show. And you just keep climbing, bro. It's like amazing.
Wow, it's Timothée Chalamet hanging with Kendrick Lamar talking about K-Dot's Super Bowl gig. This is gonna be fascinating.
It's not all that interesting.
Okay.
What? I mean, you got 2 of the biggest stars in the world.
And it's boring.
What'd they talk about?
They buckled their seatbelts before, so that was good.
Oh, it is on. Oh, I didn't see. All right.
They gave no insight. They gave no headline. Like, there was just nothing about it.
That's cool. We could just talk about Timmy Tim's movies and Kendrick L's music.
Well, no, but I want to hear about this.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. Here's a little taste for you.
But the thing about acting is if you don't have an audience, it's just a form of insanity.
I think that was fascinating.
You would have taken anything he said to make me be wrong.
I think that's fascinating.
Oh, well then you're really gonna dig this.
Because when we write, man, you gotta sit and go through the emotions and be vulnerable about it.
I love this.
Oh my God, Harvey, stop this.
There's so much to unpack.
Oh my God,
Shut up. Here.
You just love to prove people wrong.
In his defense, though, he's like really good at it. Bottom line, if Timothée and Kendrick are bros, does that mean
Timothy's gonna play Kendrick in a biopic.
if anyone could pull it off, it's Chalamet. You kids drive safe out there.
I think that's fascinating.
Shut up.
We got 2 in the house, so.
We got Terrell Rosado and Ashley Wheeler out in the new Netflix show Wags to Riches, and we asked them which wag in the NFL, NBA has the best fashion, and their answers I actually kind of highly agree with. They said,
Sierra, baby.
Sierra. Is she the wag goat?
She is the goat. I'm a Savannah fan.
Sierra, who's the wife of Russell Wilson, quarterback, and they said Savannah James, who is the wife of LeBron James. I totally agree with Sierra and Savannah.
Do girls like being called wags?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No, the ones that are actually wives, they do, but the ones that are pretending to be wags and they're not actually wives or girlfriends, then the wags actually take offense to those girls.
Isn't it a better title, WASP? Like wives and side pieces?
Oh my God!
Just call it for what it is.
Take care, good to see you.
Coming up.
You know Dolly Parton's famous song Jolene, about the woman with the locks of flaming auburn hair?
Of course.
For many years, I have not liked the color red.
Well, but why? I don't understand.
Because Jolene's redheaded.
Oh, right.
After 50 years, Dolly Parton has finally forgiven Jolene.
I love red now.
Closed captioning and other consideration for TMZ provided by
Dolly Parton has finally forgiven Jolene after 50 years. So you know Dolly Parton's famous song Jolene,
of course,
about the woman with the locks of flaming auburn hair?
Of course.
For many years, I have not liked the color red.
Well, but why? I don't understand.
Because Jolene's redheaded.
Oh, right.
It reminds me of that woman who tried to take my husband, remember? Jolene, Jolene.
She has her Dolly Wines brand, and she's coming out with a Pinot Noir, and this is the first red she's ever done, first red wine she's done, and she says,
my new Pinot Noir has changed all that. I love red now. You should try it.
But is Jolene actually a real person?
Yes.
The name's not Jolene, but the woman, it was a real situation.
A woman at the bank, a bank teller that would talk a little too long with her husband.
Is it the husband that she's married to now?
Yeah,
Yes, Carl.
Why was Dolly so petty? This was a bank teller who Carl flirted with one day?
Carl is the problem here.
There's no problem. You think people, when they get married, all of a sudden, nobody is appealing to them other than their spouse.
They should.
They should be. Keith, you've been married before, and during that entire time, you never saw somebody looked at somebody and said, "Oh, I think they're pretty."
And that's why I'm divorced.
I love red now.
Coming up.
Ryan Michelle, she's married to Sterling K. Brown. She's on her podcast and she's talking about a time where she was so broke that she couldn't afford to pay to get out of a parking garage.
They always just let you go.
Oh, God.
Ryan Michelle, she's married to Sterling K. Brown. She's an actress. She's been in a million things. She's on her podcast and she's talking about a time where she was so broke that she couldn't afford to pay to get out of a parking garage.
I drive up and the man was like, it's $10. I was like, yeah, I don't have it. He was like, I can't let you out. I was like, that's fair. And I was like, well, I guess I just gotta wait for my miracle. 4 hours later.
What?
I have fallen asleep.
The guy knocks on the window and he was like, you really don't have the money to leave? And she was like,
oh no, I don't. He was like, I might as well let you leave.
They always just let you go.
Oh, God.
You You just act pathetic, and then they feel sorry for you and they let you go.
Flashing works.
Flashing works?
If it doesn't work, it's really humiliating. When you flash it, he's like, yeah, still now $12.
I guess I thought, I was like, God is gonna help me.